Good morning. It's time for our power yoga class. So let's start on the mat. Go ahead and get into wide knee child's pose, and I'll join you on the mat. So as you move into this wide knee child's pose, just kind of shift around a little bit. Let the hips release and sink down. Reach your arms forward and get a stretch along your chest up through the armpits. And then settle down, allow the hands to come back just a little so that your arms can soften. Take your attention to your breath. And as you breathe in, close off the back of your throat and then exhale as if you're fogging a mirror. And when you're ready, come up to tabletop, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And alternate between cow and cat pose. So as you're moving in these postures, you're rounding the back. And then opening chest, sinking the belly. Moving your hips forward and back. So there's a tilt to the hips. And that's very important as we move into other postures today. So being aware of your hips, your body alignment. And after one more inhale and exhale, come to a neutral spine. Let's thread the needle. Lift up your right arm and come down to the shoulder. And wrap your other arm around your back. You have the option of staying here on your knees, or you can extend that other leg and push a little further. Just try and be gentle here on the shoulder. Just softly begin stretching the front of the left shoulder. Get a little bit of a stretch on the leg if you're extending it. And then bring left hand down to the floor. Return your leg and lift up. And switch sides, reach up, look up, thread the needle, come to your shoulder. Extend your leg, reach up and wrap. And you can feel a bit of a stretch across the shoulder blades and in your lower back. Hand down to the floor. Bring in your leg, reach up and down. Taking that right arm forward, left leg goes back. Reaching in opposite direction. So you're pulling your belly up and in, and you're trying to be nice and long and lean here. Take your arm and leg out on the angle a little bit. Into the center. Bend your knee and reach for your foot. Gentle quad stretch. Stretching your abdominals in the front of your shoulder. Notice that if you're wobbling, what happens when you engage your pelvic floor and your low abs, how it helps to stabilize you. Extend arm and leg and release. So be sure to use your breath as you're moving into these postures and holding. So go to your other side. And then open on an angle for a little bit of a challenge. You're looking toward the floor. Bend your knee and reach back for your foot. And look back over your shoulder. And release. Tuck your toes, move to your down dog. So in down dog, your index fingers are forward. The inside part of your elbow is facing toward the front of the room. You feel length through your back and length through your hamstrings as you try dropping your heels to the ground. And look toward your belly button so your neck is long also. And you're pulling in your low abs, you're engaging. And I'll take some steps to the front of the mat and hang in your ragdoll. Let's bend the knees. Let your arms touch the floor. Let your hands touch the floor. Shake your head right, left, up and down. Let's just bend the knees and straighten. And be gentle as you're straightening your legs. It's still early in practice. This is a morning practice, so maybe your muscles aren't warmed up yet. But as you're straightening, be careful that you're not locking the joints. And then let's just hold with your legs as straight as you can, that you just have some mild discomfort and stretching there, not Very intense stretch. And then placing your hands to the floor. Lift through the chest and lengthen the back. Half lift. Keep the belly engaged. Release. Half lift. And release. One more. Half lift. Release. And rise. Your feet are rooted to the floor. Reach up. And then bring the hands down to the center of the chest. And down by your side. Roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach up. Look up. Forward fold. Half lift. Hands to the ground if possible. Fold. Inhale, rise. Reach up. Exhale, fold. Start to develop your rhythm. Moving with breath. Inhaling on the half lift. Exhaling as you fold. One more. Fold. This is all prep work for our sun salutation. Half lift. And fold. And rise. Reach up. Now clasp your hands at the top. So you can take your index finger up or keep your palms together. Reach. And then stretch to the side. So we're moving to the right side. I'm mirroring you. So when you go to the right, so am I. And then come up and go the other way. Feel that long stretch on your side. So try to keep your body facing forward and avoid twisting down. It's okay if you can't go very far. We're just trying to warm up the torso. Come up. Let's go to the other side again. Lift. And switch. And up. Reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. High push-up. Pause in this chaturanga pose. Holding hands under shoulders. Your back is long. You have the option to drop your knees, come down halfway, chaturanga, and then move into either cobra or upward facing dog where you're lifting your thighs off the ground. And move to down dog. Move to the front. Feet together, half lift, forward fold, and rise. Breathe in. Forward fold. Half lift. High push up to low. Up dog. Down dog. And move forward. Half lift. Fold. Rise. And fold. Half lift. Move through your vinyasa. Move through that flow. Move to the front. Half lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Bending the knees, squeezing your thighs together and reaching up. So as you're moving into this chair pose, while you're holding that, I'm going to explain. So while we were in cat and cow early on, we were tilting through the pelvis. So that's really important here in your chair. Keep breathing, by the way. That you are not sticking your tailbone, your butt out, or tucking it under too much that you're rounding your back. So you want to go in that neutral area. And forward fold. Half lift. High push up to low. Right side warrior one. I'm going to turn so that I'm facing you. Right leg is forward. Left leg back. Reach up. Warrior two. Open. Reverse. And flow. Hands come down. Move into up dog. Down dog. Other side. Stepping, landing, and reach. And open. Reverse. And flow. Hold. Look and step forward. Feet together, half lift. Forward fold. Utkatasana, move. Fold Uttanasana. Half lift. Jump or step back. Right side, warrior one, warrior two, and reverse. Flow. Other side. Holding down dog. And then move forward. Half lift. Fold. Chair pose. Sweeping the arms. Bottom back. Forward fold. Half lift. Move through your chaturanga flow. Right side. Warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse. Side angle. Forearm to the thigh, other arm reaches up. You're lifting up through your side. So you're not resting on this leg. You're extending and lifting. Now move into extended side angle. Hand inside your foot. Other arm reaches forward. Drop to a low lunge. And then step to the front of the mat. Half lift. And fold. Chair pose. Forward fold. Lift. High push up. Low push up. Up dog. Down dog. Left side. Warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse. And side angle. Extended side angle. And drop your hand and rotate. And move to the front. Half lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Squeezing thighs together. Move into your chair. Hopefully you're generating some heat. It's getting quite warm here in my room. Bring your hands to prayer and twist to the right. And as you are twisting, you're squeezing the thighs together. Toes are light. You're looking over your shoulder. Option to open your arms. Reach to the ceiling. Nice strong line hand to hand. Feel the muscles of your upper back working. And then forward fold. Open your feet 6 inches. And reach for your big toes, taking index and second finger. Wrap around the thumb, or wrap around the toe, and clasp with your thumb. Half lift. Pull in your belly. Forward fold. Your elbows are going wide. Crown of the head coming down toward the ground. Release that bind. Step a little bit wider than your mat. Toes out. Hands to prayer. Come down to your squat. Your chest is up. Toes are out. And your heels are down to the ground. And putting some pressure inside the thighs. Let's take the right hand to the floor. Lift your left arm up. Look up. Wrap the arm. Option for a full bind is taking your front arm and wrapping around your shin, clasping your hands behind you, and looking up toward the ceiling. Keep breathing. On your exhales, you can twist a little farther. Release the bind. Sit back to your high push-up, low push-up. Move to your up dog and down dog. Stretching your back and your legs. Move forward. Feet are together, toes touch, heels slightly separated, half lift. Fold. Chair pose or thunderbolt. And bring your hands to prayer and twist the other direction to the left. Opening arms. Pulling belly away from thighs. Looking up. Forward fold. Opening feet again. Foot to hand posture, Padahastasana, stepping onto your hands. Your toes are trying to touch the wrist. Lengthen your legs. Shift your weight forward a little bit. Continue taking chest toward legs. Release your bind. Rise. Hands to center. Open your feet. Sinking down. Returning to your squat. Hopefully your muscles are warming up. You're going to be sweating a little bit. Taking left hand to the floor. Right arm to the ceiling. And then wrap your arm. Wrap around for your bind. So when you have this bind, try to relax your shoulders. Keep twisting open. And then release from, move from Malasana to Chaturanga. From your down dog, lift up your right leg and breathe the knee into your nose. Round your back. Lift and round. One more time. Lifting up. Rounding. And then step into a crescent lunge. That front leg is forward, back leg is strong. Reach up, hands to prayer and twist. Looking up over the shoulder. Opening your arms, reach to the ceiling. Hands down. Step back to your down dog. Other side. Lifting up left leg, bringing knee in, rounding the back like a cat. Think of your cat pose, the beginning of practice. And then step into crescent lunge. Hands down and twist. You have the option of dropping your knee. So if maybe crescent is a little too intense this morning, you can always go to your knees and then open your arms. Come to the center, step back to your down dog. Take your right foot forward, warrior one, warrior two, reverse, come down to side angle, and set up for a bind. Wrap your arm around your back. Your other arm comes underneath, twist open. Release, come up to warrior two, and then straighten your front leg. You might have to adjust your feet. Move to triangle pose. Straightening of both legs. Trying to turn this top hip down a little bit. That'll increase the stretch, your inner thigh. Release. Turn for pyramid pose. Bringing your back foot in so you have a shorter stance. Folding over your front leg. You can take hands to floor or bring your hands behind you. And then move into your revolve triangle. So your left hand comes to your right foot on the outside part of the foot or a little bit farther forward for balance and revolve. Move into revolve half moon. I think I'm going to run into my wall here. And then release, step back to your down dog. Holding your down dog, taking a few breaths. Left leg goes forward, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Warrior two, reverse. Side angle, wrap and move into your bind. Come back to warrior two. And straighten your front leg. And set up in your triangle. Straight legs. Keep breathing. And keep your focus on your breath. It's so much easier to focus on continuous breaths when you're moving. It's natural. But sometimes when we're in these stationary postures, we begin to hold the breath. Come up, set up in your pyramid, turning your foot. Dropping chest down toward the thigh. And again, options to keep your hands down on the floor or take them behind you. Reverse namaskar. Hands. And then move into your revolved triangle. And reverse, revolve half moon, reverse half moon. And step back to downward facing dog. And move forward. Half lift, fold, rise, and your hands down. Let's do a few balance poses. So balancing on your right foot, or excuse me, balance on your left foot. We're going to lift the right leg up and over for eagle pose, Garudasana. So you're squeezing your thighs together and then wrapping your arms. So your right leg is over, your right arm is under. And then squeeze the thighs together just like you did in chair pose. And release. Uncross, reach up. Roll your shoulders back and down. And let's balance on the other leg. Bending, wrapping. So if wrapping your foot is a challenge, you can just flex your foot. You just keep it flexed. And if balancing is a challenge, you can squeeze your thighs together and kickstand. And wrap. You're trying to keep the back of the arms parallel to the floor. And release. So let's balance now on your left leg. Lift up your right knee. And your option is to hold the knee or extend your leg. And let's extend this leg forward. Lifting through the spine, open to the side. Arm out, my wall's in the way. Into the center, and lower down. Switching sides. You know, one thing that's, I think, very important in yoga practice is recognizing that every practice is different. So what you could do yesterday, maybe you can do it better today, or maybe it's a little tighter or more difficult. The time of the day matters. What you did yesterday matters. So be kind to yourself. Certainly we want to aim to do the best we can with every posture, but sometimes the best that we can is child's pose. Yeah, speaking of, I'm challenged a little bit on this side. And then open to the side. Sometimes you just have to recognize it's not going to happen the way you intend. So go to plan B. And then come back to the center. And release. And let's move to tree pose. So a lot of options for your tree. You can kickstand, have your foot below your knee or above your knee, just not on your knee. So find your tree and lift up through your spine. Raise your arms, but pull those shoulder blades down. And then release. And switch sides. Rooting your foot to the ground. Lifting up. And finding your balance or trying to find your balance. Bring your hands into prayer. And then move into your extended arms. Lift your body away from the floor. So rather than trying to balance on the ground, push your body away from the ground. So that'll give you some length and some power through your core and your legs. I have a very windy tree today. And release. Let's open the legs wide. So you might have to turn on your mat so that your feet are on. Have your feet be parallel to the edges of your mat. Pull in, draw in your low abs and your pelvic floor. And just bring your hands to your hips and fold forward. As you are folding forward, shift your weight out of your heels. Tighten your quads, tighten the front of your thighs. And rise. Let's take a little series out of the Ashtanga primary. Come back down. Drop your hands down to the floor. Kind of did that a little bit backwards. Taking the crown of the head down to where the ground keeps your quads engaged. Hands to hips, rise. Going back down 2 more times. Clasp hands behind back. Open chest. Fold. Allow arms to come up and over. Still contracted quads. Bring your arms down, come up. 1 more time, we're going down. This time as you fold, take your arms open, reach for your big toes with your index and middle finger. Wrap the thumb around. Take your elbows wide. Keep lengthening. Half lift, hands to hips, and rise. Good. Walk your feet together. And stand in Samastitihi. Feet are under hips. Hips under shoulders, look forward, palms are forward, shoulders are down. Just pause. And now bring your feet together, toes touch, heels are separated. Inhale, reach. Forward fold. Half lift. Chaturanga last time. Roll to your high plank. And then come down slowly, hovering over the floor, and then coming to the floor. Bringing toes together, arms back, palms down. Moving into locust, but let's keep the hands on the floor for this first one. So lifting up, chest and legs. You can feel your lower back muscles working for this hyperextension and release. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Now you're not going to push up, but your hands are here in position. Lift up the legs. And then lift up the chest. Squeezing elbows in. And release. And this time, extend your arms. And let's lift chest, arms, and legs. Everything at one time. Pulling belly away from the floor. Looking out 12 to 18 inches from your mat. So your gaze is forward, but you're not overly extending, hyperextending your neck. So it's a long inline from the base of the skull down toward your back. Release. Bend the knees. Bring your toes together. Reach for your feet or your ankles. Lift into floor bow. And then roll to your right side so that you're stacking your hips. Your head floats over the floor. Come to the center, lift up. And roll to the left. Come to the center, lift up, and release. Come to Sphinx pose. So your elbows are under your shoulders. I really have been enjoying this pose lately. It's another thing with your yoga practice. There'll be poses that you enjoy and some that you do not. And then eventually there'll be a shift as long as you keep practicing. And there'll be some that you become your new favorites. And I really like this pose to try to get the abdominals stretched. Keeping shoulders down. Keep lifting up. And release. Cobra pose. This time you keep your legs down, straight arms. Shoulders are down. You're trying to get more of a hyperextension through the back. And then release into child's pose. Legs are together. Forehead to floor. Wrap your arms around your feet. Roll up. And then have a seat, extending your legs out in front. This went fast today. Let's fold forward. Reach for your big toes or your shins. Fold over your legs. And release. Bend your right leg. And then turn toward that leg. And you can hold to the outside part of the leg, or maybe you take your arm on the outside part of the thigh. Just don't let the leg cross over and collapse. Let's keep the leg up. Your other leg has a flexed foot. Twisting, looking behind you. And release. Switch sides. So sitting tall, gently turning toward your bent knee, taking your arm on the other side, turning and looking behind you. No tension in your upper body. Trying to increase your twist, stretching those muscles of your lower back. And release. Bring the soles of your feet together. And try opening your feet like a book, where the blade of your foot touches. You can see the bottoms of your feet. Elbows stay in and shoulders are relaxed. Fold forward. Release and roll up. Now take the crown of your head down, round. And release, come up, bend your knees. Roll onto your back. Let's do one bridge, just to reset that pelvis. Push your heels to the ground. Open your chest by tucking your shoulders under. And then keep pushing heels to floor, hips to the ceiling. Release and come down. Bring your right leg into your chest and extend the left leg on the floor. And then move into your spine twist, dropping knee over. Extending your arm. Look toward your hand. Hopefully your lower back has loosened up. I focused a lot this morning on the twists and the hyperextensions of the back to set you up for a nice, strong day, strong posture. Release. We would be here all day if we tried to do every single posture and focused on all the areas. Come to the center. And just bring your knees to your chest. Close your eyes and move to Shavasana. Extending your legs, palms up, and just breathe. And stay focused here. Your body is still, but your mind is present. You are certainly welcome to remain in your Shavasana. If you're ready to move on, just begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring your knees up and roll to the right side. And come up to a seated position, kind of all over my mat when I'm trying to continue to face you. So come to your seated position, whatever that may be, or you're remaining in your Shavasana. Thank you for joining me this morning. I hope you have a very powerful day, very peaceful day. Wishing you well, and until I see you in person or virtually again, namaste. Have a great day.